Welcome to another episode of Two Joes and a Pro. As always, you got your guys, Kenny, Ryan, Brian. I know you guys are like, damn, Kenny, I don't hear that spaceship behind you anymore.
He's so bright. Look at
Right? I'm bright. People like, damn, what's Kenny doing? Got to put some money in this production, right? So I went and got me a new laptop.
Didn't put it in your internet though.
yeah, the podcast has been doing so great that Kenny was able to afford himself a new laptop. What about you, Brian?
I'm paying for a new house.
That's true.
Brian will be podcasting from the pool during the summer.
Yeah, it'll be nice out there.
He'll be floating in his floaties on his little raft, just chilling with the camera in his hand. Pick your poison. I chose to get a new laptop. Brian said, "Shit, let's get a new pool. Let's podcast.
Priorities.
Let's do an episode this year, podcasting from the pool.
Yeah, we'll see if we get.
All right.
Why not?
Yeah.
You ever been out there, Kenny?
Kenny, you're invited just as much as I'm invited to your house.
Well, guess what? You're always invited.
Oh, you're always invited, and we've never been to each other's houses.
We have to guess his address.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Why is that, Brian?
I don't know. I feel like you only want to go to Ryan's house. You don't want to go to my house.
Have you ever invited him?
Yeah. Just did again.
When are you inviting him?
Whenever he wants.
When are we hanging out, Brian? Did your wife dial in? Is she listening to?
Oh, she's 100% a viewer. She views this every week.
Jess, can you tell us when we are invited for our next extravaganza? Please, just put it in the comments. Please, thank you.
The next UFC fight. Was it? She's a big UFC fighter. She's a watcher.
Next
UFC
pay-per-view is February.
It's O'Malley.
Is it February
She's
10th?
pretty pissed that we don't talk enough about UFC.
O'Malley. I mean, that's the next one.
Say it again.
Say what again?
No one's listening to Kenny. He's saying O'Malley.
O'Malley. O'Malley. There she go. I had to speak it up. There go, Jess. February 10th. Let's go.
Yeah, there she is.
Let's go. Let's go.
Good. Look.
That's my beautiful
Now
wife.
her picture's out there.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Damn.
Now
Look,
she's going to get doxxed.
Everyone
doxed.
look. There's people already commenting. I was like, "There's no way. This is a fake.
There's no
bot.
way that
This is a bot."
She's a bot. There's no way that is his wife, right? Anyway, my guys, as always, happy to see y'all.
Are we going to talk sports?
Baby. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Oh, by the way, guys, we're switching because me and Brian are trying to educate ourselves further. We are switching for the next few weeks. We're going on Freaky Fridays, man. So you're gonna be Two Joes and the Pros on Freaky Fridays, and then we'll continue our regularly scheduled program. But yeah, just letting you guys know. I know you guys will hear Wednesday, and it's like, maybe they'll be there Thursday because they're not there Wednesday. And then you're like, what happened to them? Did something happen? Did Brian take Kenny to Maine? Like, what happened? Nah, we still here. We just on Friday. Anyway,
Crazy.
Let's talk about college basketball. So I hit a nasty parlay last week.
Yes, you did.
Brian talked me off the ledge like, Kenny, just relax, Turbo. You're okay. You got it. So if you guys were watching that was a pretty good one. $20 to $3,200.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nasty. And then I went on yesterday was probably 4 days in a row that I lost by one. I have 5 teamers. Right? I try to put it back. 5 teamers, kept losing by one.
That's how it goes, man.
That's how it goes, right? So I know I'm due for another one. But right now on college basketball, I took off today, didn't do nothing today. Maybe if we get out early, I might do something trail it in to get to the Saturday slate tomorrow. But right now, college basketball, I'm hitting pretty good for there. But college basketball is it's been all over the place. If you listen to what me and Brian were saying, I think last week or maybe the week before, we were talking about teams being inconsistent. That's kind of still the case. Teams playing on the road, they have been falling. I know Kentucky just got blown out by South Carolina, which I guess South Carolina decides to be good this year. They lost by 17. She doesn't support our podcasting, by the way, Jess. Anyway, so
All right, this is about to turn into the Real Housewives of G Rose and her pro. Like, what's going on?
yeah.
I even have proof. See, we're together in that photo.
That's not you. That guy's way too skinny for you.
This is just AI. This the AI hot blonde chick.
He said AI. I said ChatGPT. Hot blonde chick. Boom. Change name to Just C. Put YouTube.
Oh yeah, both
YouTube
their
logo.
wives' names are Jess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And his wife's name's Tasha. No way.
So for basketball, we had Auburn getting upset yesterday by Alabama because now Alabama decides to play. FAU is a team that you don't really want to bet on because they are back and forth. Illinois lost against Northwestern, which is not a shocker at home. Northwestern loves to defeat top teams like they did Purdue earlier this year. And then on the road again, Colorado State played against Nevada, even though Nevada is a good team, not ranked, but they beat Colorado State 77-64. So that happened yesterday. I think we had a couple the Kentucky game that happened against South Carolina. That was a Tuesday game. Texas defeated Oklahoma by 15, which was kind of a little bit of a shocker because people were like, when is this Texas team showing up? Because before they played at home, didn't do as well. Am I missing something, Brian? Am I missing something?
Kansas barely got past Indiana.
Yeah.
That
happened.
Yeah.
They barely got past Indiana, and then they almost let a Cincinnati team back in after being up. That was a close game. They beat Cincinnati by 5.
Yeah.
At a point in time, Cincinnati was close to 2 late after having the lead. And then on
I don't think Kansas is very good, man.
They don't really have any.
They got no depth.
Dickinson is overrated in my opinion. He's not really playing at the high caliber level. Harris and what's his name? McCullers. They're okay. They're consistent, but they're
McCullers is scoring like 18 a game right now. I mean, he's playing well.
But that's kind of what he's always been, right? They need somebody else. Kansas always needs somebody else, and I don't think it's there. Memphis.
Well, they got a freshman. What's his name?
Texas?
Furby or something like that, or
Furphy.
There you go.
The one from
I was close. Okay,
the one from Australia.
Yeah, he actually balled out when they played Cincinnati. He's the reason why they won that game.
They have a guy. They had another freshman from Texas too. Those two kind of like swap interchangeably. The black dude with the dreads. I forgot his last name. They go back and forth because they normally swap them out as one will start or one will come off the bench or start or whatever case may be, and that's the one that will get the buckets. A Memphis team, they lost against Tulane, which Memphis is. That was one of my tickets that I lost one leg on. I had them in Illinois. That's one. I think that was Sunday.
Was it in Memphis or was it in Tulane?
No, it was in Tulane. But
yeah, there you go, Kenny. It's a common theme.
It's a common theme, and
these teams can't win on the road.
And it's a fact. Baylor on Saturday they played against Texas. They lost against Texas at Texas. So
yeah,
if I just follow the philosophy, then
That's why I got like this. Like tomorrow, there's a ranked matchup between Kansas and Iowa State. It's in Iowa. I'm taking Iowa State to upset.
Yeah,
but the thing is the books have actually caught up to this theme. Iowa State is technically favored in the betting community, but they're only ranked 23, where Kansas is ranked 7th. So ranking wise, it would be an upset, but betting wise, they're actually the favorites. So
yeah, they're favorite 3.5.
Yeah,
I still would take Kansas.
I'm not.
I do not like to take any. I would take the road team. I would take the home team if they're not favored, because And even though they have still been covering, that shit just eats me up sometimes when the team just comes back. Like we have some games tomorrow that I think uh, we definitely can make some money on. So I probably will be.
I mean, here's the thing: Iowa State just beat Kansas State, who's been playing really well lately. And
Kansas State's been back and forth though, you know.
nah, lately that's their only loss the last like 7 or 8 games, something like that. Kansas State's been playing really well lately.
Like think about it. Tomorrow you got a Utah State against Boise State. Boise State is favored 3.5.
Yeah, and now take them. They're at home. I'm telling you, man, these teams cannot win on the road.
Yeah, but Boise State they barely squeaked by Fresno State, and then they lost to UNLV at home. UNLV just lost yesterday bad. That Mountain West Conference is probably secretly the best conference right now in basketball. That nobody will say that's the best conference.
I think it's one of the most competitive.
Yeah,
that and the Big 12.
Yeah, because if you look at this is not right. It says if you look at the records, and we'll continue on for this. Sorry. If you look at the records, Utah State 17-2, Boise State 14-5, New Mexico 17-3, San Diego State 16-4, Nevada 16-4, Central Colorado State 15-4, right? But then if you look at their losses are all against each other.
Yeah, they're just beating up each
They're
other.
just beating each other, right? It's kind of like the Big 12 a couple years ago, right? So it's like, yeah. Anyway, that's really all I have about have for college. So.
All right. Sorry, I was looking at college with you. NBA.
Can I read something real quick? I know it's a different sport, but I was reading this.
You gonna talk about Vince McMahon?
No, but I wanted to talk about Keyshawn, the receiver, Patriots wide receiver.
Oh, the guy that doesn't know how to toe tap. Yeah, that guy.
Keyshawn Booty. Did you hear he was just charged with a illegal sports gambling scheme that he did while he was at LSU. He made a fake name before he turned 21 and was placing bets. He deposited a total of $132,000 into this account, and he won a total of $556,000. He won $500,000 in this account. I don't know where he get all this money from.
What are you talking about? Is it LSU?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a shock.
Most of that money, or most of that $500,000, most of it was placed on additional bets. So he only withdrew $50,000. I just thought that was interesting that he won basically $500,000, but really only netted 50K. But that's pretty funny. Go ahead.
No, I guess I can say what I want to now because I'm out. That's yeah.
What?
Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll continue on.
Dude,
Show us
my
your
God.
surprised face, Kenny.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
What? They bet in college? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you think happens when you are broke in college and you're trying to make some money, and you think you know how things are going to go?
Kenny, he wasn't broke in college. Relax.
I'm talking about the people that. Never mind.
I'm just saying he's betting more than I ever bet in my life.
Yeah, but you got to think. 2 years ago, so they're talking about, oh yeah, he created a fake account. We don't know when he created that first account. So freshman and sophomore year, they didn't have NIL yet. His last 2 years, or he was a senior, he was a junior. So his freshman year, he didn't have NIL. Still probably getting money under the table. That's not my thing.
Know he was. Yeah.
Sophomore and junior year, he's getting NIL deals. His name coming up. You know he's racking in some cheese. So why not? I think my thing is this though. They only caught you because your ass put you put a credit card that had your name on it.
8,000, and no, it was fake. It was under a fake name. He placed.
I know it's under a fake name, but I'm talking about
8,900 illegal bets.
I'm talking about the credit card.
Brian, how many bets do you think you're at right now? Hold on, I'll make sure Jess isn't here. So there's 8,900 illegal bets.
I have no idea.
17 of the bets were on NC, so at least 17 of the bets were on NCAA football games, so he must have been betting on other stuff too. 6 were wagers on LSU football games, 2 of which were games that he played in.
Smart man. Why would you not? If I think it's gonna go somewhere, why would you not?
Wow.
Why would you not?
I mean, nothing's going to happen to him. It's computer fraud is punishable by a fine of $10,000 and prison terms of 5 years or less.
What you send him to prison for betting?
For faking his name and illegal gambling for underage.
Whatever. How many bets have I done this year? Let me see.
Oh boy. Anyways, let's go on to NBA.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
I just want to say the Suns just blew a lead in the fourth quarter. They only scored 17 points against the Pacers in the fourth.
My bad, Mitch. What's going on?
More than just wives or what's up, Mitch?
That's Kenny's wife's.
What's up, Mitch? You said what about NBA?
The Suns just blew a big lead in the fourth quarter to the Pacers and lost. So there goes my NBA parlay for the night.
Love you, honey.
Let's see. Anyways, let's talk standings. Boston leading the way in the NBA. You know, most of the top of the East staying relatively the same. Miami just went out and traded. They traded Lowry to the Hornets and got Terry Rozier. Yeah, good move. I mean, although sometimes Lowry would inspire that team. So, but Rozier is definitely a better option offensively. So more athletic.
They need people out there that can compete, man.
Yeah. So you'll see Miami maybe start to push a team like Indiana, maybe even Cleveland, get into that top 5. Let's see. Toronto's falling down the standings because they traded everybody away. Yeah, I think the standings the way they are, the top 10 and then in the East right now, that's probably going to be your playoffs. I don't see any of these bottom feeders. Maybe Brooklyn. Brooklyn's the only wild card. They're in the 11th seed right now. They might jump into the playoffs over like a Chicago. But Toronto's out. Charlotte, they're done. Washington and Detroit, who even cares? And then in the West, the Lakers have finally gotten out of 10th place. They're in 9th now. So congrats, Kenny. Your team is playing better.
On a 1-game win streak.
Or maybe just everybody else is faltering.
I mean, they won 6 of their last 4. So I mean,
yeah. Here's the thing in the West, though. Golden State is in the 12th seed right now. They're going to be in the playoffs.
I don't know about that, bro.
They're going to be in the playoffs, bro. There's no way.
You keep saying there's no way. I watched them play last night, and they play hard. But the thing about them, though, they don't have enough. They don't have enough dogs. Klay Thompson's not being consistent. Steph Curry's out there balling. I will say one thing. Kuminga is a fucking problem. He is like a bull in the china shop, but he's super athletic, dog. He's probably one of the most athletic people in the league. And they gotta let him cook more. They gotta let him cook. So like the last 3 games, I think he's had 25 plus the last 3 games. Yesterday he balled out. And I think that everybody else is starting to realize, like, hey, we are not young like we used to be. Let's let the youngin carry a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like Curry's still gonna cook, right? Klay, you're gonna get your points. Draymond, you keep distributing, but let Kuminga run. Let the battery pack go, right? And he really looks good. And I think that people don't give Draymond credit because yesterday it looked totally different when Draymond was out there. Draymond knows where those guys need to be at. He knows where the spots is. He enables those guys to be better. Like, I know this stuff happened with him and Jordan Poole, but guess what? Who's the bad guy there? Because Jordan Poole looks like complete shit in Washington.
Yeah, sure. I mean, all I've ever said about Draymond is he needs to cool his temper. That's all.
Yeah, I agree to that. But
I mean,
the
he's
way
a smart player, though.
The way he's empowering Kuminga to be better and trying to challenge him, tell him, "Hey, we need you, keep going." Like that's what the teammates do. And I understand Draymond gets a bad rep, but when you really start looking at how Jordan Poole has displayed his character, then you start looking like, damn, this dude is not all good guy as we thought he was. Right. So anyway, that's Sardis point. I don't need to go there, but I don't think they're gonna make it though.
I mean,
They're playing bad at home.
yeah. I mean, they're only 2 games behind Utah, who's the 10th seed.
But they don't play.
Utah's not good though.
Yeah, Utah's not good, but Utah plays defense. Golden State doesn't play no damn defense. They gave up 135 points or 37 points yesterday at home.
I mean, that was to the Kings. I mean, the Kings are one of the best offensive teams in the league.
Dog, who's their best defender?
Who?
Who's their best defender?
Probably Wiggins.
Nah, he's been getting cooked.
Yeah,
You gonna
they were
say
trying to
it's
get him going in that last game I was
Yeah,
watching.
it was. They tried to let him get going yesterday, right? But I don't know, he's not there. I don't know what happened with that family issue that he had off the court, but he not himself right now. But Kuminga is guarding De'Aaron Fox. Harrison Barnes was barbecuing Klay Thompson yesterday. Barbecuing, bro.
Klay Thompson is cooked. I will say that.
Bro,
He's done.
Bro, they went to Klay Thompson. They went to Harrison Barnes 3 times straight. And you never see Klay Thompson get bullied on the block.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes hit him with the shoulder, feint, turn over the shoulder 3 times in a row. Bang, bang, bang. And Klay just was like this. And running back. It was nothing he could do, bro.
Yeah.
If that's normally your best defender and he can't defend, then what are you gonna do?
He looks slow now. I think the injuries have caught up. He just doesn't have the same burst anymore.
I think
The agility's gone.
he could do one play, but he can't do it for 48.
Right.
That's not him no more.
Yeah, he needs to be a bench player now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, a 6-man?
No, bro.
Why not?
Fucking crazy. A 6-man Klay doesn't get his own shot. So him being a 6-man doesn't help because he don't get his own shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyways,
They ended with 73 points.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
who? Jokic? I mean,
Luka.
Luka. The
Bro.
other Serb.
He had the most efficient game out of all those high scoring shooters. He only shot 33 shots, 24 for 33, 8 for 13 from 3. He had 10 rebounds still and 7 assists. I had 73. That's cooking, bro.
Let's try to find when did Embiid score the?
And B, that
That was
was
Monday, right?
Monday
Yeah.
or Tuesday. Yeah, that was Monday, and he had
Embiid.
70.
Yeah, he had 70, but he was 24 for 41
Yeah,
from the field.
and that's efficient too because he's doing that all from the 2. He only shot 2 threes.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
he
was
had
1 for 2,
18 boards,
which is that's really high for him.
70 and 18. Like, think about that stat line. Oh
He
yeah, I had 70.
sometimes has a hard time getting 10 rebounds, right, Ryan?
Fuck yeah.
What you have, bro? Yeah, I had 70, 17, 18, and 5. 70, 18, and 5. How do you have 62 points and still lose?
Oh, the Booker
Karl
tonight?
Anthony Towns.
Oh, Carl Anthony Towns.
Booker had 62 tonight?
He was up there.
Dog, what is going on?
He was, let me look. Booker 62, yeah.
Dog,
And they lost to the Pacers. And Durant played. So I don't know what their problem is. Beal played. The whole team played. They're healthy. The Suns have been on fire too. I think they won the last 7 before tonight.
Shoot, they ain't covering shit.
So
Bro, that is wild. So in this week alone, we had a 63, a 70, a 73, and 62.
yeah.
Viewership is down, so they're like, score points, guys. That'll make.
I mean, the NBA, they don't play defense, so until the playoffs start.
How do you feel though? Like if you're guarding Booker and he cooked you for 62, yeah. If you get 62 and lose means the team didn't play. He was selfish. Yeah, but that's what the coach said about Karl Anthony Towns when they asked him about that. They said, "How did you feel about Karl Anthony Towns' performance?" Shit don't matter. We fucking lost.
Yeah. I mean, you have to think about it like this though. With at least with Karl Anthony Towns, he's not the number one guy on that team. That's Edwards. So the fact that he got 62, not being the number one option, that's pretty impressive.
No. He was the number one option that night. Edwards only had 11 shots. Karl Anthony Towns had 35.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. You know.
I can't lie to that. He shot 10 for 15 from 3.
Yeah, I think he had like 8 threes in the first half. So
That's probably well.
yeah, he went off.
Anyway, I digress.
The NBA All-Star break is coming up beginning of February. LeBron and Giannis are the team captains. This year, unlike previous few years, they are keeping the West with the West and the East with the East.
Please.
Instead of drafting teams, which I actually like.
Cash.
What's that?
Cracking up at Mitch, he said if someone scores like that on you, the check still gets cashed. That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot better. I like the old school like East versus West. I didn't like this whole draft your team type bullshit. So I'm glad that they got rid of that. But still, at the end of the day, these guys don't care about this game. They're just going out to showboat a little bit, score, see who can get to 200 first, and that's it. That's what that game's all about.
They play hard though. The little end of the game, like little Kobe rule. They do.
I don't care.
You don't care, but
You're not going to talk about coaching changes?
Oh yeah, Doc Rivers is now the coach of the Bucks. The Bucks, who are the second place team in the East, decided to fire their coach. I'm
Does
not sure
coaching
why.
matter in the NBA? Like I don't.
It only matters
Does it
for
matter
out of bounds.
teams?
Out of bounds plays in the last like 4 minutes of the
it
game.
matters in the playoffs.
Not really.
Yes, it does.
Out of bounds plays in the last 4 minutes of the game. That's it. Other than that, it's
Like imagine if an NFL team just fired a coach like.
it's
midway-
different in the NFL. The NFL coaching matters,
Their defense, the Bucks' defense was completely garbage.
and you think it's going to be any better with Doc? Like
It
Doc
might be some
Rivers.
better.
Doc Rivers is a decent coach. He's good enough to get you to the playoffs.
That's it.
But
you paid all
after
the
that,
money
you
for
still need
guys.
you still got to play better.
You pay all the money for those guys to make it happen. So it's up for Dame Lillard. It's up for Middleton. It's up for Giannis to actually produce.
Well, you want to talk about why their defense is bad? Dame Lillard is like a damn turnstile over there. He just lets everybody go by him. So, one of your best players doesn't want to play defense. The whole team's not going to play defense.
When we
Maybe
know
they're
Dame-
just more motivators.
when we know Dame Lillard is being a lockdown.
What's that?
When did we know Damian Lillard is being some lockdown?
Oh, never. But
What do
you
you
would
expect?
think him being on a team with like a guy like Giannis that he would be inspired to maybe step up a little bit.
Why?
Why?
That's not what I'm here for.
Well, there you go. Then you guys aren't winning. So, cool.
I'm not a Bucks
Cash your
fan. I'm
check.
just saying.
Cash your check. You're
That's what
good.
Mitch said, right? Cash the check.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm mad that you guys don't have one of these glasses.
I just drank mine.
What glasses?
Oh, you finish it, man.
Brian's
I'm-
drinking straight vodka with ice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You guys got anything else for NBA that you want to talk about or no?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Hockey.
Next. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's the middle of the season, guys. Boston's still awesome. They're gonna win the regular season again, choke in the playoffs.
I just
I say it
loved
every year. Say it every year, man. That's just the Bruins for you. So I will point out that the Edmonton Oilers are on a 15-game winning streak. So yeah, that's pretty impressive.
You know what's the problem? I keep thinking they're gonna lose.
I know, dude. The other night they were like minus 600 favorites or something like that, and I was like, should
This
I
is
throw
gonna be-
$10 on the other side just to
telling you.
see what's up?
That's my problem, dog.
I didn't do it though. I was like, nah, they're gonna win. They were playing like the Ducks or something.
They don't play tonight, do they?
No. I don't think so. I know Vegas is playing right now. They're up 5-2 on the Rangers. Oh, that just went final. But the Kraken are playing tonight. That's another team that's been really hot. Their winning streak got broke though, but they're playing the Blues at home. That should be a pretty easy pick if anybody's watching live and wants to put a little money on something for hockey. Go with the Kraken.
I'm doing it right now.
Kraken money line. If you want to get the juice down a little bit, pair it with like what do we got in the NBA late. You know, you could go with like everybody's playing already.
You can take it with I would take it with Milwaukee.
Well, they're already in progress. I mean, you could.
Yeah, but
Or you could go late with like Cal at home for NCAA.
they played it. I don't see that on there.
Yeah, you have to click on to sort by Division 1. They only show you the top 25 by default.
You know what I've been betting on?
Curling.
Women's basketball. And when I say you can smack some shit on women's basketball,
I don't know enough about
Dog.
players.
What's the over/under scoring? Like 40?
no, it's just like men's.
Yeah.
136, 140. You like what? Yeah. That game yesterday, shout out to LSU in South Carolina. It was number 1 versus the number 8 team or number 9 team. I watched that yesterday. That was a really good game. Really good game. Came down to the wire. It was going back and forth. They got some hoopers, dog. Like if
Right.
you guys don't watch NCAA women's basketball a lot, you definitely should. Of course, Caitlin Clark she's the problem.
She is, but the rest of her team isn't very good.
Don't matter.
I know, but she put up 42 against Ohio State, and Ohio State still won.
Yeah, but Ohio State's not a bad team though.
They're not bad, but like I'm just saying, they're gonna, Iowa will be in the mix in the tourney, but they're not gonna win the championship. You know what I mean? They're not a complete team. They are whatever Caitlin Clark is,
Yeah, but people thought that last year.
and they lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What'd you want, Ryan?
What?
What'd you want? You said my name.
I forgot. Oh, because you said that stupid comment that I don't know enough about college basketball to bet on it. I was like, you've bet on like curling and like
No,
Japanese
never.
ping pong or some Japanese ping pong.
Okay,
in the
all
middle of the
right.
night.
I have done table tennis before, once or twice.
You bet on stuff that you couldn't physically watch.
Right, table
Oh,
tennis.
you just see the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. I'm like up late at night, and I'm like, hey, let me throw $10 on. I'll take like a couple of heavy favorites on table tennis. I'm like, there you go. See if I wake up happy. I don't even watch it. You right?
You never did.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I put a bet in on women's basketball.
However, if you want to talk about off the wall bets that I've made recently, I went against Jokic. Not Jokic. Who's the tennis player? Djokovic or whatever his name is.
You what?
I bet against him. I got Sinner, and Sinner won in the Australian Open.
Sinner
I think that was
spread,
last
though. He was
night.
number 3, right?
He was number 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like a plus 200 underdog.
Young legs though.
So I took him. Yeah, he had young legs. Plus, Djokovic had played long matches, and he's getting up there in age. So I kind of factored that in. I was like, he probably won't have his legs. And sure enough, man, the first 2 sets he got the floor wiped with. He lost 6-1 and 6-2, I think they were.
Damn.
So he got blown out, and he won the 3rd set. So some people were probably like, "Oh, he's gonna make a comeback," but I was like, "Nah, no way."
Nah, it's over for him.
Yeah,
Put a fork in her.
Corey, keep our secrets, all right, man.
WNBA.
Yeah.
what else we got?
That's it.
That's it. All right.
Let's get to the NFL.
NFL. We had the divisional round playoffs. They say that's the best week in football, supposedly, because it's typically the best 4 teams or 4 teams in each conference, 8 teams total. So it started off Saturday with the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. The first half of that game ended up a tie. The Ravens came out slow. Texans also came out slow. but then the Ravens turned it on at the half, and they took that game over. They ended up winning pretty easily, 34-10. So Baltimore wins that game. They move on.
Over was 43.5. And I was biting my nails because that was one of my legs on my parlay.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, like, come on. And I was like, I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes left. And I was like, they're not going to kick it. They're going to try to go for it or whatever. And I saw
Justin Tucker. They're going to kick it, bro.
I just saw him come out and I was like, they're really kicking it right now. Yeah. I bet you they knew what that spread was. Let's see how many players was betting on that game.
Under fake names.
Yeah. Under fake names.
As long as they're not underage, I guess it's fine.
Or just other people they know.
Facility. Oh yeah. Maybe people they went to college with. Hey. The Packers almost beat the 49ers.
They did. It was a much closer game than I thought it would be.
I think we have to finally admit that LaFleur is just a good coach. He game plans really well against other teams. Like I think he's a good coach. If anything, I think Rodgers was holding them back by like not doing what the game plan was and like going rogue. Like they could have been way better. Rodgers was the problem.
Yeah, I think Jordan Love took some of those bad habits with him too, though. I mean,
we're not going to talk
he
bad
still doesn't take a check down when it's right in front of him. He still wants to pat the ball and wait for that 50-yard bomb.
The INT, who was that?
Yeah. I mean, look, Jordan Love played really well this year overall. He did, but he had moments of "What are you doing?"
There's game film on him this year, though.
Right, and I think
going into next season.
I think that's going to show up next year. I think that Jordan Love's going to have a small regression next year.
I think the only difference, though, is LaFleur went in his bag of tricks a little bit, and if he game plans like he was, it's hard, dog. Because his game plan, the thing about it, though, you're going to game plan like that in the playoffs because from week to week, people can't make those adjustments. You're not going to really do that during the regular season.
Right.
So
there's not enough time,
and plus, you don't want to show up all your tricks. Shit, you ain't got 20, 30 tricks. You know what I mean?
That and you're game planning 2-3 weeks out.
Yeah.
Well, by the time the game comes around, sometimes that game plan needs to change on the fly, and it's just too late.
Yeah. But I would say you guys gotta give me credit. I was close. Both of my picks with Tampa Bay in there, I was close. I was like, damn, dog, what if I get both of them? When I saw Green Bay came out, I was driving back. I was talking to Brian on the phone. I'm like, Brian, what it looks like? He's like, hey man, Green Bay's giving them a little run for their money right now. I was like, yeah, Kenny, yeah. I told them Green Bay was gonna win. I told them. Then I can't believe they did that.
Closer than Houston.
For sure.
Hey, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, the 49ers looked meh. They looked okay. They took care of business.
I think part of that was losing Debo though, and
he's playing.
They can't adjust on the fly without him.
They're not good because the scheme is already in, right? The game plan's already in. It's not hard. They try to put Jennings in there. It's like he's not Debo.
No,
you can't do the
same. He did play well though.
They should have tried to.
He didn't.
They should have just tried to use McCaffrey in that role and then bring in Mason at the running back position
or Elijah Mitchell.
Is he still around?
Yeah, that's who been backing up lately.
Oh, I thought it was Mason was out there.
So I think it's Elijah Mitchell.
Because Elijah Mitchell was hurt and then he came back and then they kind of dropped Mason back to third.
Okay. Well, I don't pay attention because usually McCaffrey's out there about 98% of the time. So
for sure, I don't think you get a break.
Yeah. Oh, you need a water break? Yeah, when you score.
When he gets a break, you got to be worried because you're like, is he hurt?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Unless he just broke a 60, 70-yard run.
Hey, the Bucs looked pretty good. I thought they were going to pull this out. It was a closer game than what the score shows. But I'm loving Detroit right now. Detroit looks good.
They're about to get mollywopped.
I really hope they don't, but they might.
Yeah, they will.
But
because Detroit does the same thing every game. They look great in the first half. And then the second half, something happens to their defense. They just give it up. Like, and Tampa came back and they almost got back in the game.
I think it's two things that you're going to see. One, to Brian's point, right? Detroit, they're going to have a good game plan to come out, right? But after seeing what they did last week and letting teams come back, San Francisco's always going to know they're going to have a try. They're going to have a chance because Detroit's going to get in their own way, right? And I think right now, Dan Campbell, this is just my opinion, he has to calm down just a little bit because he's getting real Sirianni right now. Sometimes you see him on the sideline, he's like getting a little emotional, like, no, come on. And you just got to chill. And I know that's how he is as a coach. So I'm like, you can't take away who you are, right? But in these type of situations where, yes, you're going to gamble a little bit, you got to learn how to turn it off, right? You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's my only concern is that Goff is playing on the road. They're playing away from Detroit. That to me is the big factor. The other thing though is Gibbs is playing out of his mind right now. Like, he's playing so well.
Yeah.
He's taken over the backfield from David Montgomery. Montgomery still gets his carries, but Montgomery's last week he averaged like 3.3 yards a carry. He's just the guy the chain mover. But Gibbs is breaking them off.
But we talked about it, right? Gibbs' speed, you can't.
Yeah, it's different.
You can't get that anywhere, bro. Like,
yeah,
I still can't believe that he was a backup at Georgia Tech. That still is like, I don't know what Collins was thinking down there. How is he a backup?
Maybe he was just too raw. Maybe, like, speed is only one thing. Like,
this year in the beginning of the season, he took a while to adjust to the NFL speed.
I think he's the playbook though. I feel like they simplified the playbook a little bit for him because I feel like when they came in, they were like, "We want you to do a lot. We want him to be a switch receiver." And that's like, that's a lot to learn, bro. To learn receiver, then be comfortable with a running back and all that. Like, but now the guys don't look like they're even on the same speed tape wise with him.
Oh yeah, he well, in the beginning of the season, he looked like he remember that first game he had. He was like slipping on himself, falling on the ground. Now it's like he has an impeccable balance. Like, he's staying up. There was a couple plays where I thought he was going to fall, but he just kept going. I love him right now. But not only Gibbs, but Laporta is a beast right now. He's their chain mover.
Underrated.
He's the guy that he's might be like one of the top tight ends in the league. Like,
he might be the top tight end in the league.
Maybe.
maybe.
No, like,
I mean, I get it,
but he gets a lot of targets, dog.
Yeah.
And he catches the ball, and he could do something after the catch though.
Yeah, and he
That's
blocks.
what surprised me. He blocks, right? He could do something.
I like a tight end that can block, unlike somebody named Kelsey.
Andrew, but he's like a bulkier George Kittle.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. Or Andy. Is that what he goes by? His name's Andrew here. Yeah. Give me that sign. I asked him about it before we even joined the podcast. I was like, where's that sign at? He's like, oh, I'm busy. I would have had it up right here, lit up right here every time we did the podcast. Kenny would have it too.
Yep.
It's because my handyman hasn't come out to the house and put it up for me.
Have your AI wife do it.
AI wife.
Hey, we got to talk about the next game.
Well, hold on. Another thing I just wanted to bring up about the Lions and 49ers matchup. Last week, the 49ers defense couldn't get any pressure on Jordan Love. I don't think they had any sacks.
This week.
That's going to be concerning because the Lions' offensive line is a lot better than the Packers' offensive line. So Goff won't have much pressure.
Prediction for later,
bro.
Yeah.
When I tell you that they're going to dog walk the Lions, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be like, this is not the same Lions team. You guys are going to say that. You got told the Lions.
Kenny, I got the 49ers winning. Don't worry.
Bro, the 49ers last week, they didn't look good, right?
No,
so
they
people
didn't.
are like, oh, man, you guys barely won the game. Y'all shouldn't even. They're going to try to prove a point. Offensively, Purdy was okay, but he wasn't his normal greatness self. McCaffrey hasn't went nuts yet, and they're going to get Debo back. I think defensively, you're going to see I'll wait to the prediction to tell you what I think. But
All right. Anyways, I just wanted to bring up the offensive line. I mean, the
right.
pressure in the offensive line.
And the saddest game of them all. I know Mitch is a Chiefs fan.
Why was it sad?
And you just feel bad for
I
the
don't.
Bills
I
to
don't.
kick it wide
This
right.
is the same old Bills, Ryan. It's the same old Bills. They couldn't hack it in the 90s when they lost 4 straight Super Bowls. They're just a loser franchise, man. And they're going to continue to just repeatedly lose until my bold prediction happens. They hire Bill Belichick to be their next head coach.
Can you imagine?
there's no
Can
way.
you imagine?
Because what they need is a defense that can make a stop at the end of the game after your quarterback just put you in a position to win the game.
Who's their GM?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Fire him.
Or is he willing to
Get him
give
outta
up-
here.
Get him out of here. You hand the
'cause-
keys to Belichick.
Brian, you make an interesting remark because right now Bill Belichick is 71 years old. He's interviewed twice with the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Falcons, something went wrong. The Atlanta Falcons decided to hire Raheem Morris, the defensive coordinator from the Rams. There's 2 coaching positions left open. The
Yeah.
Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks.
Commanders
The
is too much of a start over, so that's out.
So Commanders is a real big start over, and Seattle is not pushing out Pete Carroll, who's
Nope.
72, to get younger and have
And
a
those
71
and
year
those
old.
guys aren't going to coexist.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah, and Pete is still there as a consultant, so they're not pushing him out to get a guy that's 1 year younger. And Bill Belichick wants full control over personnel decisions.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So-
If I'm the Bills, I'm sick of McDermott at this point. He can't get you over the hump, time and time again. And this is what everybody cries about. Oh, Josh Allen, he did everything right, and then the defense lets it go. So guess what? Bring in a better coach, because
Josh Allen
clearly
did do everything right.
I'm not disagreeing. I had him
Have you
throwing a
seen-
pick in that game, and he didn't do it. So, good
And
on
he
him.
ran like a dog. He had 12
Yeah.
carries for 72 yards. And
I'm
2
telling you,
touchdowns
man.
on the ground.
They need to change the coach.
Yeah.
And they're
And-
because their window's closing. A lot of their team is starting to age. Like, they're not young anymore. A lot of those offensive linemen, they're getting
Shakir has
older.
been playing well too. I think they found another receiver that they can actually rely on.
Yeah.
I think I was reading stats like they did like the last 5 weeks, and Shakir and Diggs have like very similar stats.
Yeah,
Because
because
Diggs hasn't done nothing the last couple of weeks. Even in this game, he was 3 catches for 21 yards. Granted, they shut him down because what's his name is like one of the better corners
McDuffie.
this year. McDuffie, yeah.
or Snead.
This year, one of the guys that hasn't given up a touchdown all year. And then
Well,
I
he
think
did
he
in
gave
that
up
game.
one this. He gave up one this game.
Yeah, I think that's Snead.
At the end of the day, they just had the curse of Patrick Mahomes. That's all.
No,
Bro, they were pressing every time they got the ball in the second half. They were pressing. They're like, we got to score, 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 we got to score. That's how they were pressing as an offense. What you said about Jordan Love, no checkdowns. That's the same thing Josh Allen was not doing. There's many times when you see it from his point of view, and I understand you. Oh, you don't know what his reads are, blah blah blah. Bro, you can see him still scanning to where he's throwing on a deep ball, and it's an underneath route coming right open, and he's not looking at it because in his mind he's like, "Bro, we have to score because we can't give Patrick Mahomes the ball back because he's going to score."
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's Josh Allen though. He tries to do too much.
But that
He
was
does.
the game. They could not stop the Chiefs. They listen to the possessions the Chiefs has.
The Chiefs didn't
Field-
punt until the fourth
field-
quarter.
Field goal, touchdown, end of half. So the Bills were controlling the time of possession. It was ridiculous. Anytime the Chiefs had the ball, they were like, okay, here's 3 plays, touchdown, 8 plays, touchdown, 5 plays, touchdown. And then they came out in the second half and they went down and had a touchdown. The Bills had to go down and score a touchdown. The Chiefs get the ball. What do? 11 plays, touchdown. And then they get a turnover because the Bills go for it on 4th down. And what do the Chiefs do? They fumble. That's the one that went through the end zone.
That's
Yep.
luck too. They
You know
thought
what
at
I-
that point it was lucky. They're like, oh, it's on our side now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what do? 4 plays punt.
Punt. Easy punt. Didn't even get a first down on that drive.
And then that was the first punt that they allowed, that they forced the Chiefs on. And then they just couldn't stop them. It's sad. Brian's right. Yes, it's injuries, but it's their defense. They just could not. You got to be able to force a team to.
Where is
more
Von Miller?
turnovers. He was a non-existent.
6
before
year,
you-
120 million. Where's
Yeah.
that at?
He's old.
In his pocket.
It's harder to come back when you're older from those ACL injuries.
I
That's
don't
it.
even think he had a lot of snaps, though. That's the thing.
Well, no, I mean, 'cause your younger guys have been playing really well. I mean, Rousseau was playing well all year. You know,
Just your
I
oldest
think
name on the team.
AJ Epinesa was out there. He's been having a good year this year. So
What do you guys think of that fake punt on? So, was it the right call? Because it was a check too, supposedly.
It was the right look. The guys just didn't show up. Special teams,
Yeah.
you don't get a lot of plays. That's your moment when you got to make your blocks. And they didn't make the blocks.
it's right, but at the same time, I don't let that be even a check if I'm the coach.
I know, but
Not
there's
not
only
at that
10
point in the
They
field.
have 10 players on the field. If
I
everyone
know,
blocks-
and so that means yes, they have the blocking advantage. I get it, but
They didn't make the block.
not on your own end. And
So
if it was closer to the 50, I'd be okay with it. But it was at like their 25 or something.
is if you make the play, oh my God, you're ballsy.
Oh yeah.
Baller play. If
Right.
you didn't make it, then what the hell are you doing? Bad
Yeah.
coaching, right? So it's like, I get it. I think at the end of the day, as a coach, you have to enable your players to tell them that you believe in them. As a special teams, at the punt team, you know that's a check. You know, bro, if you got to go all out for that one play, and we're going to get the first down. I don't understand how you do not make the block. That's what I don't.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because that was the next possession. They forced the fumble, so they ended up getting the ball back anyways. But they literally could not. They had negative 2 yards on 4 plays. It was just pathetic. And then they just couldn't. They couldn't do anything. So it's real sad. Real sad.
Sad for
Anyways, we got the Chiefs coming to Baltimore.
man, why don't we go to the game?
Yeah. When are we going? The tickets are expensive.
Man,
I looked at them when I thought it was gonna be it might be Buffalo. I was thinking about going, taking Logan.
If it was Buffalo, we definitely would have went. I feel like we could have still went, but I dropped the ball on that.
Oh,
All right, let's do score predictions. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
I was just gonna say, a little conspiracy theory thing was that they did that fake punt to give DeMar Hamlin his star moment because he was the guy that took the ball, and
Yeah,
to reinforce him getting the comeback player of the year award.
No
The
comment.
internet, man. The internet does not mess around.
I know, right?
They,
Anyways,
they showed that one play. Remember that fake punt one of the college teams did once? But they're like, this is the play they should have did with DeMar Hamlin. And it was like a fake punt where like one of the players just drops back.
that's messed up. I'm not, no. Damn,
that's,
dude.
that's definitely messed up.
That's dark. Anyways,
Tickets is anywhere from $600 to $2,100.
yeah, I'm good, man. I'm
Yes,
gonna watch it at
yeah.
home.
$600. That's nosebleeds.
They have 2 tickets in the end zone for $854 a piece.
You don't know nobody, Kenny? Come on, talk to Taylor. Get us.
Talk to Taylor. If this man knew T Swift, you think he'd be hanging out with us?
So sometimes I was trying,
talk-
but whatever.
Whatever. That's going to be a heck of a game. Both of these games are going to be great.
We get to the Super Bowl though. We get to the Super Bowl.
No way, Kenny.
We can figure it out. We can get to the Super Bowl.
I told Jess I was going, and she said no.
Why?
I've got a buddy that could maybe get us tickets.
Oh boy.
But for the 5 stacks, right?
No, he could.
He could potentially
Might-
get their free ski.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're talking about price.
Your feasty?
or
Just put something up.
or whatever the ticket sale price is.
Might be
That's
$2,000.
at least.
But $2,000, 2,500 to get to the Super Bowl? I'll do that.
Oh man.
It's in Vegas though. That's the only part where it's like makes.
But
it
I feel
almost-
like if you're gonna go to Vegas, or no, if you're gonna go to the Super Bowl, you gotta go for the whole week. You gotta get the whole experience.
yes, I would.
Yeah. Otherwise, like, what's the point?
I'd be there with you guys. I'm
All right,
ready.
I'm not going for the whole fucking week.
Well, I would go for like a
If the
40
Ravens win, we can talk.
Well, they're going to.
All right. If the Ravens win, then we can talk.
Oh,
'cause
let's do the score prediction
yeah.
or game predictions. Brian, since you just spoiled yours, let's hear the AFC game.
AFC game.
AFC.
Yeah, it's Lamar's year, man.
Ours are a lineup for Lamar.
I just think that the Ravens defense is going to stop the Chiefs enough. Something that the Bills defense couldn't do. And I think that Lamar's offense is good enough to get past the Chiefs defense.
Going to the Super Bowl, Jess.
What did you say? Absolutely not, Ryan.
Oh man. I think my wife might have fallen asleep.
Ravens
or she's
Lions
like-
calling it. Let's go. Sorry,
Nah.
Corey, not this year.
No, it's Ravens 49ers. You can call it chalk all you want, but
Ooh, you see what Jess said? We'll see about that. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. My bad. Go ahead,
Okay.
bro. What's the
anyways, what? Oh, you want a score?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Ravens 28, Chiefs 24.
score? Ryan?
All right. I feel like I've made this mistake many, many years where I bet against Tom Brady. And I'm not going to do it this year.
I didn't know
I'm
he was
taking-
playing.
I know. The guy that is literally reminds me of him has every year as a starter has played in the AFC Championship game for
Fair.
6 straight seasons. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I think he wins it. And the reason why is who I want in my heart of hearts to win. I would love for you guys to be right. Or not you guys, but Brian to be right. I want Lamar to get it. I think he deserves it. I like him as a NFL player. I think the Ravens, I think it'd be great for the city. I think it's awesome here. But I think what's going to happen is the Ravens are going to come out a little too slow in the beginning of the game, and the Chiefs are going to score quick, and it's going to create the Ravens a one-dimensional team where they're going to have to throw the ball a little bit more because they had the luxury against Houston to not have to throw the ball a ton, and they were able to control the ground game. They started out slow, and then they were able to use their run game and eventually get into the end zone a couple
But
times. And yeah, he had 2 passing touchdowns, but they were like short. He threw the ball 16 times.
But this is where the Ravens defense factors in that they're going to slow the Chiefs down. And the Chiefs are notorious for starting games off slow anyways.
They didn't against Buffalo last week. Every time they had
In
the
a
ball,
way. I
they
mean,
were
but-
driving it down the field.
So the Ravens could, replicate that game plan and have long drives because they are a running team. So if they could control the clock in the first half, they could do the same thing Buffalo did.
I think they can, and I hope that they do. But the Steelers or the Chiefs just played this same team last week, essentially. I mean, Josh Allen was running a ton. I mean, obviously he doesn't run the way that Lamar runs, but I think they're going to go in with the same game plan, and I think that they're going to be a little too much for the Ravens. Unfortunately,
I think this year that Josh Allen has probably ran the ball more than Lamar in designed runs. Lamar does a lot more scramble now than he does designed runs.
I mean, I don't think I have. I didn't pay for my Pro Football Focus
Well,
advanced subscription to look up designed runs by a quarterback.
I'm just
But
saying.
I'm taking the Chiefs to win this game. I think it's going to be a very close matchup. I think it's going to be 31-28.
Dang, it's a high score.
I do think it's gonna. I think there's gonna be scoring. I think that they're both gonna be scoring a lot of points. So 31-28. I think I'm taking the Chiefs to win the game. That's it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had 34-31, so I was right on the same ballpark. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think that the Ravens are going to find a way to get it through with Tucker kicking a field goal at the end to win the game. I think Patrick Mahomes in the 49ers, not 49, and the Chiefs as a whole are not getting enough credit. I had some people saying the Ravens defense is so good. The doggone Chiefs are only going to score 6 points or 3 points, and I said, what are y'all talking about? Do y'all keep forgetting who's on the other side of the ball? It's like Tom Brady. It didn't matter who was on the field. He's going to find a way. And the way that Rice is playing right now, it's going to be warmer, so best believe Travis Kelce's going to show up and play, right?
He showed up last week.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? I'm just saying like ball. You know what I mean? You want to show up and play. And then Isaiah Pacheco, even though I don't give him credit because I don't like his running style, he's a difference maker. The way he runs the ball, guys do not want to tackle him. I know Patrick Queen, and I know that what's his name is going to be there. What's the middle linebacker? Golly,
Roquan
Smith. They're going to be there and then try to fit him up and things like that. But it's going to be a different game than what they have to face against the Texans. Andy Reid is always going to have a trick up his sleeve. The scheme is always going to be there, and that's what you got to worry about, right? It comes down like coaching doesn't matter until right now, right? Because what Andy Reid is going to bring to the game plan, Baltimore is going to be like, all right, but they're not going to be ready for it. So that's my take on that. What do y'all think about the Lions?
So who do you have winning the game? You have Baltimore winning it?
Yeah, I still have Baltimore winning, but it's like
Right.
Some high scores, guys.
Yeah. My turn?
I'll do the Lions 49ers.
Lions 49ers.
I'm going to go with what I want. What I want to happen in this one. I think Detroit wins the game. and the whole city goes nuts. I think this one's going to be 27-24.
Lions?
Lions.
All right. Yeah, so as my prediction's always been the whole time throughout the playoffs, it's going to be Ravens versus the 49ers. The 49ers are going to win this game, and I don't think it's going to be close. And I know Kenny's going to agree with me. I got this game 34-20.
You got it better. You doing it better justice than me. I got it being 45-22, like 20. I'm about to say 22 to 21. Sorry.
Yeah.
45.
That's a pretty high score, Kenny.
I don't think y'all understand that.
I mean, no, I get it. I know what you're talking about.
I'm only giving them 21 because I really wanted to only give them 10, but I know that's like, damn, Kenny, you gotta give more credit. Actually, look, I'll take it back. Let me take it back. 42-17.
I just don't, unless there's a bunch of pick sixes. There has to be a defensive score for that to happen.
No, it does not.
Yeah, because if that's the case, then
the Lions defense gives up big plays a lot.
Let me tell you this right here. Hold on, I'm gonna go to this game right here. Hold on, before we let the people go. Look at this. What game was that? The 49ers when they played the Eagles, 42-19.
Where was that? When was that?
That was at the Eagles.
Okay. When was this?
This was week 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Week 12. They played at the Eagles. The Eagles started out with 2 field goals. Brandon Ayuk touchdown from Brock Purdy. Christian McCaffrey run. Deebo Samuels 12-yard run. Deebo Samuels 48-yard pass. Jawan Jennings 18-yard pass. Deebo Samuels 46-yard pass. 42-19.
Hold on. I'm trying to look for it.
No defensive touchdowns.
I can't listen to you. Oh, I remember that game. the Eagles were like giving up. They were trying to run the clock out, and they let Deebo Samuel in the end zone. That's not happening against I guarantee that does not happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Cowboys played against the 49ers, and 49ers beat them 42-10. What was that? Let's go through this. Let's go through. George Kittle, 19-yard touchdown.
These are
George
two
Kittle,
shit
38
teams.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, touchdown.
3
George Kittle, another
interceptions.
touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, a touchdown, and then
Jordan
2
Mason,
touchdowns.
Jordan Mason touchdown. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, hold
They're
on.
running the clock out.
Hold on. Like I'm just saying. You're
3
saying that it's
interceptions. That's 3 interceptions.
okay.
Short fields and a backup. The backup running back scored a touchdown.
The Eagles and the Cowboys that everybody was saying was good. Now they're bad teams. Now they're bad teams since they lost. But before, people were saying, "Oh man, they Super Bowl contenders." During this week, everybody thought the 49ers was the Cowboys were a Super Bowl contender. They got their ass bust. Then the Eagles here, it's like, "Oh man, it's gonna be a good game." They got their ass bust again. So
I think what Kenny's trying to say here is
They were not.
that-
It's not going to be that score.
no, that San Francisco likes to bust people's balls when they get too big.
exactly. And when people are underestimating them and they have a bad week or people don't think they're really that good, they come out and prove a point.
Yeah.
That Eagles game, they were trying to prove a point. Just like the Ravens game, right? Everybody's like, "Oh man, that the Ravens game came," and everybody's like, "Man, I don't know if the Ravens can compete with the 49ers." What did the Ravens go do? Prove a point.
Yeah.
They went to go prove a point. That's the same thing that 49ers is about to do. Last week, people said the 49ers don't look good. Their defense is not the same as it was. Their offense is not clicking. Man, Packers let them have it. They barely skated through. Everybody's talking about the Lions, man. They look good. They're good. Look at Jared Goff. Blah blah blah.
They got to
That's
change
what-
the script. The script has to change.
All right.
That Canadian freaking news outlet already leaked the matchup, and the NFL's got to change it up.
Oh, all right. Okay. Go see.
All right, we're gonna see.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know, if we're going to Vegas, my wife said she's not asleep, and that if we are going to Vegas, that I have to find a babysitter because she's coming with us.
No, it's a guy's trip.
Hey Brian, let's hit a parlay. Let's hit a big parlay, and then we can make that happen.
All right.
We got 2 weeks. We can hit a. We can hit a
Dude,
national-
tomorrow's a big slate.
Okay, cool. Let's get straight to it. I know we're holding on. Ryan, do you have anything else to cover?
No.
All right, cool. We're gonna get BK bets. We're gonna give you Kenny and Brian tandem right here. Tomorrow's slate, right? We're gonna do. Let's do 10 teams.
College basketball.
Let's do college
10
basketball. 10
teams.
teams.
10
All right.
team.
So
You guys put it in, I'll copy you.
just looking at it right now. What do you like, Brian?
But I already told you I like Iowa at home against Kansas.
Iowa
but-
State.
Yeah, Iowa State, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
no, God, not just Iowa. That team sucks.
Okay, so cool. Iowa State. I would, if I'm doing it, I'm taking the money line.
Yes, of course.
Iowa State money line. North Carolina, I like them on the road, 7.5.
Who they
play
playing against?
Florida State. I know you play like but North Carolina has been playing
Yeah,
really well right now.
they've been pretty well.
Yeah, and they've been playing a lot of road games, so I'm not really worried about that there. I like that. I do like Oklahoma to show up after getting blown out versus Texas Tech. I like that at home. I don't know if you feel the same way.
I don't have a feeling on that.
Okay, cool.
I like Maryland at home against Nebraska. Nebraska sucks on the road.
Okay, so right now we got Maryland money line. We're
Yep.
taking Maryland money line. We got
Iowa
Maryland
State.
money line. We got Iowa State money line. Take North Carolina 7.5. You could take Oklahoma money line. That's 4 games right there for you. Scrolling down a little bit more.
How do you
I
like
do-
this? How do you like this, Kenny?
What?
Kansas State at Houston plus 15.
I like that game because Houston hasn't played well right now in the Pac-12. I mean, the Pac-12 in the Big 12. So I like that game as well. I think that might
15 is a
be-
lot of points.
That's a game that if we can get through, we got luck on our side. So we can add that on there. Kansas State at 5 for our 5th leg at plus 15. Let's see. That's 5 teams there. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, Mitch says K-State. Let's go.
Okay, K-State there. I want to see what that Clemson Duke game looks like because I might I might push the over on that game. Where's the over at right now?
I'm not sure.
The over is at 150. Lately,
How do you feel about Mormons? Do you think they can win at home against Texas?
BYU's been good at home, but I wouldn't touch it against Texas.
Okay,
I wouldn't touch it against
that's
Texas.
fine. It's a lot of juice. It's minus 285. So I mean,
How about this, guys? We gave y'all 5 picks. Me and Brian are going to curate the rest of this tonight. If you're not following us already, follow us on BK Bets. 2 Joes, 1 Pro, right? 2 Joes Pro. What is it on BK?
What?
Not BK
Two
Bets.
We got
Joes,
an
1 Pro.
app.
Oh no, not BK.
No, it's on
Bets.
Follow us on
DK
our app.
DK.
on DraftKings or Action Sports.
Action
load-
Sports.
There's a
2
link.
Joes. So it's the number 2 Joes, 1 Pro. That's our chat or that's our group
Hold on.
on.
It's the number
hold
one.
on, let me see if I can pick.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I'm saying. The number 2 Joes, 1. My bad. The number 1 Pro. On DraftKings, we're gonna have a 10-legger tomorrow. We're gonna go ahead and go hard and go home and hit this one. Wait, run it back. What on DK?
It's a group.
Where's our group? That's our betting group name. Is 2 Joes, 1 Pro. Ryan just put it in chat. Follow us on there. We're gonna have a 10-legger tomorrow. I'll have a couple 5-leggers. I know Brian will have a couple single game parlays that you can put some money on heavy. And yeah, we're gonna get some winners tomorrow for sure.
Does it let you
What?
it let you follow?
I think
should-
so.
Do you have to
It should
be
be
you have to
open.
be in the group?
It should be open.
I think there should be a request. I could make it open, but I don't really want to. I want people to request it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, if you're in there, if you guys are trying to do it, just request it.
I can
Brian
open it
add
up.
you.
I don't care.
Brian can add you and go from there. Right now, we got like 14 people or 13 people in there, and then we'll be good to go. So that's all I got to say. I know we carried over a little bit. Ryan, you have anything before we let the people go?
You know they
No.
could leave. We don't have to let them go. They can go whenever they want.
No, we're letting them go.
Dude, wait, you said something about the Clemson Duke game, man?
Yeah.
What side of that you like?
So I really like Clemson, but I'm scared to touch it, so I'm looking at the over. Anytime I get scared to touch a game like that when the guy's at home, I just touch the over.
I know, because it's one of those things like, when's the last time Clemson went into Duke and came even close?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't remember.
I'm going to have a cooker tomorrow, dog. Me and Brian are going to have a cooker. We're going to curate it tonight. We'll have a cooker for y'all.
All right.
All right, guys. As always, like and subscribe, share with your friends. We appreciate you guys tapping in. Remember, we're going to be going Fridays for the next few weeks. We'll let you know if it changed, and if you guys like this schedule of us being on Fridays, Freaky Fridays, we'll keep it there. But we appreciate the love and support. We'll holler at you guys. Be safe. Peace.
All right,
Later.
Later.